I just got sent this brand new Easton Hype Fire from Headbanger Sports, and I took a full round of batting practice. Got some fun content for TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube, so go check that out if you haven't seen it already. But if you're seeing this for the first time, this is what we're going over today. I'm going to go over what I just learned from that round of batting practice. We oftentimes will take batting practice over and over and over again, day in and day out, and not learn from our mistakes and not know how to correct. It's a skill that needs to be learned, and every player is different. But today I'm going to share with you 3 things that I worked on today in batting practice, and hopefully this will help you take more effective batting practice as well. So today, when I stepped in the box, literally the first 7 to 8 swings were rollovers to the pull side to first base. So first of all, this happens to everybody. I have played the game a very long time, even professionally, and yet I still, for the first several swings, was rolling over to first base because it's been a while since I swung. So immediately, once after I took a couple warm-up swings and I got a diagnosis, okay, I'm rolling over. These were my corrections. The very first correction that I made when rolling over in batting practice is I fixed my upper body posture. So often when we are rolling over in batting practice, it's because our upper body's flying open and we're getting too rotational this way, okay? We as a hitter need to work not on this axis, but on this axis with some posture. So that was the first correction that I made. I got a little bit more posture, and then the second that I did that, rather than cutting across over the top of the ball, I started hitting balls in the air a little bit more, but I was still getting some topspin. So fixing my posture did correct the on the ground roll over to the pull side, but it didn't correct the topspin. So the second adjustment that I made was actually trying to hit the ball down. So I call this like the rule of opposites when you're hitting. If you are hitting the ball in the air and it's top spun too much, or you're hitting even the ball on the ground and it's top spun too much, you actually don't need to try and hit the ball more up in the air. It makes sense in our heads that if we're hitting the ball on the ground and it's rollovers, then we're going too steep down into the ball. But so often it's the complete opposite. We're actually going up into the ball hits off the bottom part of the bat, and that's how it gets that top spin. So if you find yourself top spinning the ball, do the opposite of what you think you need to do. You're top spinning the ball on the ground, okay, think about taking your bat path more down into the ball, and that's how we'll get that backspin that we need. So that was the second correction that I made. And then right when I did that, immediately I started to see the ball backspinning. So I fixed my posture, and then I thought hit down on the ball a little bit more to correct my bat path. Now the ball was backspinning, now it was in the air, then it was just a matter of getting my power right, because then I started backspinning balls in the air to the outfield, but a lot of them weren't with too much power. So that's when I noticed another issue. Another issue that I was doing was I was jumping forward too much. Now this will happen to you guys, especially when you're facing slower pitching. You'll get out onto your front side, and that will expose you, that will cause those rollovers even more, and it will take away a lot of our power. So what I found today in my swing, so I started rolling over and I had 3 main issues. One, my posture was too upright. Because my posture was too upright, I was casting my hands away from my body, causing me to get under it and roll over the top of the ball. In addition to that, I was lunging onto the front side, and that was causing those cut across balls to the pull side. So at the end of all of that, it took me roughly 14 to 15 swings to correct all of those things. And what you'll find is as you get to the higher levels of baseball, you will be judged not by how perfect your swing is every day, but how quickly you can adapt your swing every day. So by swing 15, these were my 3 feel thoughts. It was, I want to think about keeping a good upper body posture over the plate. I want to think about hitting down on the ball just a little bit. And then the last thing is I want to hit against my front side instead of onto my front side. And once I started hitting against my front side and not onto my front side, my bat path corrected itself. So then it morphed into just 2 things. Then it was just hit against the front side, maintain good posture. And after that I felt locked in, absolutely dialed. And again, every hitter is different, but you have to learn these little fixes in batting practice that help you specifically. As always, I'm Coach RAC with Headbanger Sports, and we'll see you guys next week.